Welcome back to the Soundation. This is Swaytoven, and there is no right way to start your songs, but I'll give you a good couple ideas. One thing that I think is like a probably good idea to do is incorporate what you were doing as a kid, especially if you're making beats. All right, because a lot of pen tapping happened when we were kids. I have a lot of pens on my desk, and they're kind of all stuck in the cup because I have a lot of pens. There we go. I'm just saying, just little. It's as simple as that, right? Don't you have a snare? You have a hi-hat? You have a little kicker, an 808? Boom. And then it might be easy to put a melody over that. Because I think a lot of people are stuck literally just trying to make melodies. It is destroying how they make music, and then it's rebuilding it in a way of how someone else makes music. But because you're not that other person that you keep going back to, all right, on YouTube, okay, you're never going to be able to make it to the extent that you could act. You're never going to reach your full musical potential, all right? So anyway, another good thing that I think is a great way to start making songs, even though there's no right way of making music, is laying down at least the atmosphere first. All right, and we have to really think like a bigger picture, like out of the box on this one, is because, you step outside, or you look outside, or you might hear certain noise and you might be inspired. All right, so already that's a noise in the background. Like, it's hard for me to explain it, but I actually enjoy going outside and trying to hear as many sounds as possible. Right, I try to distinguish every single sound from each other. Reminds me of a game called a Soul Cube that I used to play, where it gave you the option of how many sounds do you want to hear at a time, right? Because if you wanted to just hear like two sounds, you might hear your footstep and a gun noise, right? But if you wanted to hear all the sounds, then you can hear like the birds chirping, like things in the background, the wind. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that actually, listen, when I make music, middle of the song, or one thing that happened last night is I was editing in Premiere Pro, and inside of another software, it sounded like I heard another noise. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go back into the song and add another noise. But that's all about the atmosphere. Not adding other noise, but I'm gonna say start with a pad. All right, and it really depends like what kind. Is because like some of the pads are kind of like garbage. I think I don't know what type of music you're trying to make. And like I said in another video, if you're using this, you might want to like make your own noises. Because there's a lot of different options. Like, I promise, there's a lot of different options, but some of them just sound too glitchy. It's a good pad, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what I would use it for. Like, I would use it for like an uplifting song probably, but it's just like I was trying to find one that probably sounds garbage, in my opinion. Alright, so I'm gonna like this one because I like that one, so I'm gonna just make it. Literally, okay. So that's how I get inspired. That's actually kind of like a nice little thing I just heard right there. I actually might use it. What note did I play? C. We're gonna be major. Maybe we'll be minor. It has to be held out for quite some time. This is gonna be. See, the thing is, here's the thing, all right, and I'm not gonna lie. There are some things that I feel like about certain sounds that like you can put it into a beat, but honestly, if you hear how that sound is and the potential that it has, there are some things that I feel like just need to be held out for like a long time, and this is one of those sounds. There's even evolving pads in like Australia that they give, pads that change over time, and if I didn't already upload the video, the thing is you can create your own sounds, but the thing is it's just like there's no right way to make music, and there's no right type of music. That's the thing. People want to confine themselves to like just a box. That's why they're unable to like grow. They're going to compartmentalize themselves, and they're going to conform to the rest of like the musical system. You know what I mean? But what happens, when mumble rap came out, right? That was kind of different. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of got popular. No matter what you think, it got more popular than regular rap for a time. So it's just like, what's really important is that you have to get into a phase where you're kind of not mumbling along, but stumbling along the noise, and eventually you're going to hear something, like a fine tune, okay, within all that chaotic noise. And that's going back to what I was saying about me walking outside and listening to all the sounds possible, because what are you doing if you can't hear music? And by the way, you're listening to Beethoven. And if I say something about hearing music, it's funny because Beethoven was going deaf when he was making music, so who knows? That's how powerful music is.